Hey everyone, welcome back to Beekeeping with Natalie, or welcome to if you're new. Today we're over here with Rob with LorobBees.
Yep.
Now I've done a few just short little interviews with him, and I've actually used his product a few times and we really like it. So we had the opportunity of him actually coming over to our yard today to basically fix all of our bees. So we do treat every single year with OA, and we have a new vaporizer that we got from you. I believe it was about a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out, I don't know when we got that. Was it last? I think it was
It was 2023.
it was 2023 sometime.
Yeah.
So we've had it for a while. I've used it a couple times and I really like it. It just goes a lot faster. Another thing that we've noticed is like the wind can be a really big, play a big part, and it doesn't seem to affect these vapors as much as it has our other ones. Now anyways, I just want to kind of get an idea of what we have here today. Now this isn't ours, this is yours. So explain like what the difference is between this vaporizer and the original and all of that.
So this is the kind of new one on the market. It is called the InstantVap Compact. InstantVap came out with this as far as them listing to customers, doing some refinement. A lot of people with the one that you guys have, if you notice, the handle has a little flex to it.
Sure.
It'll never fail, it'll never have a problem, but it's something that people like that rugged, throw it around, not beat nothing up. So the handle was a really big improvement. We moved the stem down a little lower in the bowl, so you get into those 3/8 entrances. You guys probably run the 1/2-inch entrances or so on your bottom boards. But they're designed to sit on pallets, so these have hangers on the front a little better, so they're really designed for the commercial market.
Sure, yeah.
You know, the electronics, though, is by far the biggest piece of this.
Yeah.
So we went away from a screen. We went down to a simple LED light that's got a proprietary circuit board that does all the calculation and gives you basically a very simple go, no-go light.
Yeah.
It just makes it very easy. So
Yeah.
from a consumer standpoint, it looks like a very easy, simple product, but there's a lot of computing power going on behind the scenes, and that's all the point. We want it to be as easy as we can for you.
Sure.
So I'm really excited to have you run this to kind of get
Yeah,
your take
me
between
too.
the two.
So now explain to somebody a little bit like who has no idea OA treatment, why are we doing it, kind of explain what it's doing and the purpose of it.
Sure. So oxalic acid is my preferred treatment method. Was way before we did vaporizer sales. It's how we got into it. Was I liked OAV, but I wanted to make it better. So oxalic acid kills any varroa mite that is exposed and not in the cell under the capping. Generally, that's on the nurse bees. That's why when you do your mite washes, you're sampling nurse bees, because that's where the primary of the varroa mite is. So you're just increasing the level of an organic acid, oxalic acid, in the colony to a point where it knocks the mites out, but not the bees. A lot of people are like, oh, you're adding a chemical that's not already in the colony. That's not the case. So when they went through testing for, can you use OA with honey supers on, they actually found that OA, before any treating was ever done, oxalic acid's already found in a high volume in honey already, naturally, because it comes from plants and flowers and nectar, and it's it's so common that I was talking to my doctor about it when, oh, well, what do you do, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, well, kidney stones are like 80% oxalic acid. And I was like, there's no way. I looked it up. That's the case. It's
really?
Some high percentage, yeah. So in volume, your body just can't break it down. Small volume, you can pass it, that kind of thing. But it's very natural, and that's the thing. So it's a very organic treatment. When you're shopping respirators, that kind of thing, you're shopping organic vapor cartridges. So it's really a safe treatment. It's safe for your bees. You don't have to deal with any of the temperature stuff. I mean, you guys have used some of the other treatment methods. There's a bunch of them that work great on the market, but a lot of those have to do with temperature and humidity and all that, and you don't have that. Now the only downside is the more brood you have, the more that you have to treat to yield the same result. And really what you want to do with this is, when you have a split, or you're rearing queens or what have you, and you have low brood numbers, low cap brood numbers, that's your optimal time to treat.
Okay, so what time of year is like the best time then?
Sure. So for me, I like to target the first and last 50-degree day of the year.
Okay.
So I do that for a few reasons. One is the colony's as small as it's going to get during that time, right, brood-wise. Number two, you want the bees moving a little bit. So if you have, a cluster that's really locked solid in the colony, theoretically, you're going to treat the outside wall of the bees. It really doesn't penetrate far. It sticks to anything that's below the 300 and some degree temperature range, which is everything in that colony.
Yeah.
So you really need to get the bees moving a little bit, but you want them to have low brood. So that 50-degree mark is kind of the optimal thing. So you do one in fall, late fall, you do one in early spring, and from that point, you basically maintain them throughout the year. You do your spot checks, mite washes, do some treatments, maintain your levels. I saw a study recently where the varroa mites multiply by a factor of 5 every like 24, 25 days.
Okay.
So you kind of have to be on things, and it seems like it compounds enough. August is where people struggle if you're not really on it. So,
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay, well, good to know. Another thing, this is all battery, right? Just because I know we were using, like, we had all the wires and everything in the bee yard, and that just makes it really difficult. So explain, like, what you're using, what type of batteries, all of that, just kind of how this setup works.
Sure. So this unit is a DeWalt unit, similar to your other one.
Yeah.
You guys have the original too. You've done a bunch of videos on, but so any of the Instant Vap series, you want to have at least a 5 amp hour battery.
Okay.
For DeWalt, they've got a wacky one that's smaller but claims it's a 5. You want the good size battery. What these are. So this is as small as you go.
Okay.
But for example, and you know this based on your other vaporizer, but for those that don't, at 2 grams you'll get about 20 to 25 treatments with it, weather dependent, and you basically cut that in half when you double the dosage. So when you go to 4, you're going to get somewhere in the 10 to 12 range, something like that.
Okay. So then we've got just a little bit of oxalic acid we'll use here today, but how are you putting the oxalic acid into this vaporizer?
Sure. So it's a great question. So the Instant Vaps all come with the same plunger, if it's the original or the compact. Everything's stainless steel in these, except for the turn part up top, which is aluminum, which matches the bowl. Nothing's going to degrade. It's as rugged as it gets. All the springs are stainless, all that stuff. So to answer your question, you can change the adjustment by unscrewing this. You'll have a keyway window in the side that indicates 1 through 4 grams. And all you do is you take this plunger, stick it in your oxalic acid. It packs in the end like a little plug. And then you stick this in your colony. When you go over, you put this in and give her a hit. And all it does is push that plug into the chamber.
Okay.
And because this is hot, it creates a pressure vessel. And it basically blows out like steam into the colony, though it is just oxalic acid. There's no other properties in there.
Okay, so it kind of sounds a little tricky to use, but it's really really easy and simple. So we're gonna try it out today, and we're gonna get all suited up, get everything ready, and then we're gonna do it on a few of these singles, see how that goes, kind of coach me through it, because I've actually never used the compact one. But so let's get set up for that. Okay, all right, we'll just see what happens.
That's fine.
Okay, so we're going to get started here on actually doing the OA. So explain how all that works and getting set up, and then we'll actually put the OA in here.
Yeah, sure. So the unit, we've already put a battery on. All we did was flip the power switch. It did a slow flash for about 3 minutes. We have a solid light indicating we're ready to rock and roll. You've already got your plunger preset. So it's now as easy as take this, stick it in your OA after you put your respirator on, all that good stuff. Stick this in your oxalic acid, plug this into the front of your colony, drop this down in here, and give her a tap, and that's all it takes.
Now, do you have to wait for it to heat up again, or is it good to go?
No, so that's the beauty of it. During treatment, you're adding stuff to it. It's going to drop in temperature. It'll show a different flashing sequence, which is it's all identified in the top. A fast blink will indicate treatment. Slow blink is heating up, and then solid's ready to go. So while it's heating back up, it'll do that flash. It's somewhere in the 20 or 30 second range. They're generally pretty quick. But after that, you can go right to the next colony. Once it says it's ready to go, you're done. You don't have to wait for the plunger to cool, the unit to cool. As long as it says it's ready, you can keep pace with it.
Okay. So then you said recommending using something to plug it up a little bit.
So like normally shop towels, something like that, are pretty cheap, pretty affordable to have a bunch of them and shove in there. For this exercise, we're just going to use napkins that we had in the truck. It's fine. We do have a breeze that's blowing straight into the front of the colony currently a little bit. So this is really just to stop from circulating too much out. You just want to trap as much in the box as you can to try and get as good a treatment as you can.
Okay.
So definitely just something to think about as you go through your yard, that kind of thing. Just refinement.
Okay. Well, we're going to put all of our protection stuff on, and then we're going to just do a short clip of us actually putting the OA in the hive. But thanks for all the explaining stuff. But
sure.
All right, let's do a short clip here. Okay, so we're gonna call it a day. We went ahead and just treated one of the hives, figured out how that worked, and I absolutely love these vaporizers. They work really well, so thanks for letting us try that out today and just creating such an amazing product to help out the beekeeping community. We also have some fun clips from today that we filmed just because why not? He killed a couple of my queens and dropped a pen, got a mark on a drone, all that crazy stuff.
I'm very proud of that drone, by the way.
Yeah, I don't.
The drone very well.
So I'm gonna go through my hive next time and be like, "There's a queen," and no, it's not. It's just a drone.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So anyways, check that out in the next clip, and I'm also gonna leave a bunch of links in the description and in the comment section for you to check out. I've got an affiliate link. I'll leave all your links and website, all that fun stuff. And thanks for driving all the way, or not driving. You flew, right? You wouldn't have
it's
drove.
only like a 16-hour drive. You guys are right around the corner, so a plane was much better.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming. Had a good time, and go check out. You have a YouTube, right?
Yeah, we have YouTube. So we're working on growing things. We're doing a lot of educational stuff. We're trying to improve all the products that people are using, not just making trinkets, actually trying to make beekeepers' lives better.
Yeah.
So we do all that kind of stuff.
So definitely go check out his YouTube channel. I'll leave that in the link also, but I think that's pretty much it. So thanks for coming over.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Okay, he killed my queen. I'm kidding. I'm just joking.
My fingers aren't fast enough and I don't want to squish her. So I chased her around the frame for a few minutes, what it felt like. It was probably about 10 seconds. And then she fell back into the box and she's starting her hunt all over again.
Yeah.
I've never marked a queen. It's not my ball of wax. You guys do this a lot, so this is just very interesting.
I told him it'd be fine if he actually did kill her, because no worries, we'll just replace her. But it looked like she fell out to the outside, but I don't know, I don't see her. Another way to practice would be drone. Yeah. You think she's on the bottom board? Yeah. You see her? I mean, how fast she was moving. She could have just moved to one of these frames.
That's got to be one of the fastest queens I've ever seen.
A lot of the time, the virgins are the ones that are running really fast, but she looked mated and she was laying, so sometimes when this happens, all you have to do is just wait it out for a couple of days, and then she'll make her appearance.
Let me mark a drone.
You want to mark a drone?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I just want to be able to mark something.
Here's a drone.
I don't want to keep messing you up. Okay. All right. So I'm not really good at catching queens. I'm not going to risk their operation. So I'm going to take a jab at marking a drone here. It's a great way to practice. I've seen a few people do it, so I'm going to take a jab at trying to catch one. They're a lot slower, which is nice.
They also don't sting, so you don't have to worry about that. Typically a queen's not going to sting you either because they're just not able to. So if you grab, well, I was going to say her, but him by the foot, sometimes that helps.
I'm manhandling them. I know I am. There you go.
So there's the marker.
All right.
Are you left-handed?
I am currently.
You're a left hand?
No, I'm definitely a righty in current context, doing interesting things. So this is now Rob's drone. Whoever sees this down the line, I did this. It's a drone. It's marked in your hive. I'm leaving my mark.
You're not putting that back in my hive.
I got news for you.
Oh, he's flying. He's right
there. Go in the. Come on.
Still flying.
He's going. Go on, bud.
Did he go in?
No, he's right here. Okay. All right. Well, somewhere across the state, somebody's gonna get one of my drones that I handpicked just for this. You're welcome.
Well.
Dated.